Toy entrepreneurs, I am so excited, guys, because right here to my left is Keala Kanae. If you guys don't know him, bro, you guys gotta get to know this guy. He's probably one of the top 5, I think, digital marketers in the entire world. And please stay tuned, because at the end of this, he's gonna share some really good tips if you guys are just starting out on how he can help you guys build your guys' business. All right. So first off, Keala, can you just introduce yourself to some of our viewers here and explain kind of what you do and what is a digital marketer for them?
Yeah, sure. So Keala Kanae, I'm born and raised here in Honolulu, Hawaii. I started out as a digital marketer. I went full-time online in 2013. 2016, I moved to Las Vegas to launch a new company. At the end of 2016, we opened up the doors to the public. By 2017, we scaled that to multiple 8 figures in revenue. So we grew by, what, 2,000% or something like that in 1 year.
Wow.
And you know, basically what we do is we do online advertising, like you see. Like, so if you're scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I believe I have the second most watched YouTube ad in the world. It has 100 million views on it, which I think is the one that you
I was just not to interrupt, but that's actually how I actually found or learned about you. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I'm scrolling, right, and I see all these ads, but one thing I don't see is one local guy say his name. My name's Keala. That just caught my attention so quick. I'm like, wait a minute, who is this guy? So like, bro, I was just intrigued already, and that's kind of how I first learned about you. But I didn't know it's one of the most viewed, bro. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think the only person that I know of that has more views on a single YouTube ad than me is Tai Lopez. When Tai Lopez had the, you know, the here in my garage.
Yeah, the Lamborghini ones. Yeah. Oh man.
That one had 400 and something million views. So he crushed it.
Wow. Wow.
But I'm pretty sure I'm second behind that. But anyway, that's besides the point. So as digital marketers, what we do is we build online sales funnels. So we automate a conversation or a sales process over the internet, and we use online advertising to drive eyeballs or traffic into those funnels, where we have pretty much an automated conversation, an automated sales system that produces revenue predictably. So where a lot of businesses struggle, I mean, most business owners aren't naturally marketers or salespeople typically.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, whatever business you're in, you're probably in that business because you love what you do as a business, not the getting customers part, right?
Yeah.
Digital marketers, like, that's more of the world that we play in. Like, we're phenomenal at getting customers, right? And that's eat, sleep, and breathe. That's where we play. So
nice. Yeah, guys. So just to sum it up, guys. I mean, that's what he's talking about here. But I do have a question that maybe some of these viewers might want to ask. Do you help other businesses too as well? I mean, like if they like, hey, I got this, Keala, help me promote this and so this. Do you help them right now?
Currently, no. So at the current moment, most of my customers are newbies that are trying to start out, build a business from scratch.
Right.
Okay? Now that doesn't mean that I don't help those types of businesses at all. Like we have some live events. I produce some content online. This coming year in 2020, we're producing a lot more content online, and we're moving into that marketplace to help existing business owners understand the digital landscape. At the current moment, I would say that's really not our focus as of today, as we're sitting here.
Right. All right, guys. So yeah, you guys, heard him talk. You guys seen what he's about, what he's up to. We're talking, millions of dollars, right? Your company, $10, $20 million kind of a thing a year?
In 20 million a year. In sales right now, we've done about 50 million in the last couple of years.
Wow. All right, guys. So I know you guys are looking at that as like, hey, how can this guy do that, right? How can one guy do that, right? And I think what a lot of people want to know, Keala, is we see what you are now, bro. We see, I mean, you've done all this, but who was the young Keala, bro? The young kid, 5, 6 years old, growing up. What was life like for you at the house or at the family? I think you have some siblings?
Yeah, I have one younger brother. I have one older sister that's a stepsister from my dad's first marriage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, But we grew up in Kalihi. I grew up.
Kalihi.
Yeah,
All right.
I grew up right down the street from Ka'ahumanu Graveyard.
Okay.
Right down the street from the Camp Schools bus station.
Right. Right.
You know, riding our bike in the streets, causing trouble, catching lizards. Going to
average local boy.
Yeah, picking mangoes, stealing mangoes from the neighbor's tree, lychee, all that stuff.
Okay. So just like us, local living, bro, just having a good time with your friends and your family, right?
Escaping mom's rubber slipper.
There you go. That's what's up. So getting into childhood, getting into like maybe the teens, right? Middle school or even high school. What was your aspirations maybe growing up? Like playing sports or anything like that, bro? Like what was your main focus, man? What did you...
Kind of just, I mean, for the most part, for most of my life, I kind of just went where life took me, I guess, right? I think most of us do. I did play sports. I did soccer for years. I was pretty good at soccer.
Nice.
I had a possibility to get some scholarships, but I broke my femur my senior year in high school playing soccer. So
what high school did you go to?
Kalani.
Kalani High School. Okay.
Played a little bit of football, did judo, things like that.
Okay.
Got out of school, high school, and went to college like everybody says we're supposed to do.
Okay.
So I did the UH thing.
You went to UH?
Yeah.
What was your, or actually bringing that a little bit back, mom and dad, bro, if you don't mind me asking, like, what did maybe dad do? What did dad do for work and stuff like that?
So my dad was a longshoreman.
Oh wow, fisherman then.
White stevedores.
Oh, stevedores. Oh, okay, okay.
So he was a crane operator, and then my mom cleaned homes for a living.
Oh, okay, awesome. So growing up, college, that's what they pushed you to do, right? That's what she said.
Yeah.
So going to college, did they influence what you wanted to do in college? Like, you know, like some people go in college like, bruh, hey, I'm gonna be a doctor, or I'm gonna be a dentist. Like, what was your ideal, or did mom guys maybe influence that for you, bro?
Well, for me, it was basically, so we went through some tough times as a family. My parents divorced when I was 13. So we split, and we moved. My mom moved us up to my grandparents' property because my grandfather had lung cancer, so he was terminal. They gave him like 6 months, and he ended up doing like 2.5 years.
Oh wow! But, and where is this? Is this still in Wahoo?
Yeah,
still here.
Yeah.
Where did you guys move?
Kamiki. Moved to Kamiki.
Kamiki. Okay.
So yeah. So when I got into college, I thought that I wanted to study psychology because I had, gone through a lot with the family. We started. I ended up in like an anger management type family counseling thing because I was abusing drugs and alcohol in high school. And,
okay. Getting into scraps.
Yeah, I was getting into trouble.
Okay.
I was definitely hanging with some not so promising.
Someone abroad you shouldn't be cruising with. Dude.
Yeah. So when I got into college, I thought, I liked what I was learning from the family counseling. I thought that I wanted to maybe do more of that. So I started studying psychology.
So I'm assuming that because what you went through, with the family stuff, maybe like helping other people.
Yeah.
With psychology, like that was your role going through that.
Yeah. Well, as humans, voids drive our values. So whatever we feel is, and I want to clarify that it's not that whatever we perceive is missing in our life, we will seek to fulfill that void. Okay? And so therefore we place a value on it. And we will work to try to fill that void in our life. And those values might change over time, but our deepest, most deep-seated voids in life tend to be the things that we'll spend our entire life trying to bring to life. We'll dedicate our entire life trying to manifest.
That's good.
So at that time, my void was a family, right? Like I had quote unquote a broken family, right?
Right.
Which phenomenal family. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Absolutely.
But at that time in my life, that's what I was.
Yeah.
So I had a value on learning how to help other families, which my way of doing that would have been to study psychology.
Right.
I majored in psychology.
Do you think like acting out and like doing whatever, being the naughty boy and stuff because of that?
Definitely.
Family.
Yeah, that was definitely part of it.
That void that's missing and
a lot of it was as a teenager, I was acting out because I wanted attention. Because like my parents split, then my mom moved us to my grandparents' property, and then my mom spent pretty much all of her extra time with my grandfather because my grandfather's dying, right?
Oh gosh.
So I went from a 2-parent household to a no-parent household in like 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
So there was a lot of acting out as a teenager and whatnot.
So did you ever get busted by the cops, bro?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. If nobody asks you what happened, bro, ditching school or something?
No, I had. So it wasn't in high school. It was just after high school.
Just out of high school.
Yeah. So fights. I got caught at the UH campus getting in a fight.
Throwing down.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Not a proudest moment, but
yeah, it happens, bro. It happens. Okay, cool. So going there, went to college. Bro, how long did you go to college for?
I like to exceed expectations. Right? I'm an overachiever, so I went to college for 6 years.
Whoa! okay. I like that. And I'm assuming after 6 years, did you accomplish the
I got a bachelor's. Yeah.
You got the bachelor's? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So from there, bro, how do you get to this affiliate marketing? Like how did that come into play, bro? Because you're in psychology, and you know with psychology, I'm assuming sales. There's a little bit of sales in there, a little bit of emotions, right? So is that the trigger maybe that you're like, hey, bro, maybe I should try it online, or you tell me what's up?
What really happened for me is my first or second semester in college, I started hanging out with first semester in college, I started hanging out with some friends of mine, and I had one friend in particular that was like very, very ambitious. Mike, a buddy of mine named Mike Scalera, he runs Mastermind Entertainment.
Wow.
So I'll throw it out there for whoever might be watching.
Brother Mike?
He knows a lot of people. But anyway, we started hanging out the summer before I was going into college, and once I started at the university, he was one of the guys that had the idea of like doing nightclub promotions. So he opened me up. That was the first person that ever talked to me about the idea of being a business owner. So as I was growing up, my mom was, kind enough to always tell me you can be anything you want to be, right? The show was named Jobs. Like that always meant like a job.
Right.
You mean anything you want to be?
Be a doctor.
Yeah,
kind of stuff. Okay.
So this is the first person that ever talked to me about like building a business or having a business or being an entrepreneur. Right? I didn't know what that was. Okay. So in 2000, I started my first business with him as a partner and some other friends of ours, and we did nightclub promotions, and then that turned into a clothing line, and then I like bought and sold cars, which all of those things were like I failed at all of those, right? But the beautiful thing of it was it kind of gave me like that bug, the entrepreneur bug, right? It's like you light that flame, and no matter what, you just can't quite blow it out, right? Okay. Like you've probably dealt with that,
yes.
Right? And so over the years, even after I graduated from college, I went out, I had jobs, I worked in restaurants. When I started my business, when I started out in the industry that I'm in today, I was working in a coffee shop for minimum wage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, most of these people are Hawaii folks,
right?
So they'll know. I used to work at Volcano Vapor Cafe on Kapalulu. I say coffee shop because when I'm speaking to the public, the general public, people know what a coffee shop is.
Right.
When you say like vapor shop 3 years ago, 4 years ago, people are like, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
like, is that guy selling drugs? Did you say he was selling drugs on
camera? They could take it a whole bunch of different ways on top of that.
So, but I worked at Volcano's, great company by the way.
Let me ask you this: what club are you promoting when you're promoting club? Maybe the viewers might know that side.
Our very first club we promoted was Venus. We did
Venus,
Blue Tropics.
Blue Tropics,
we did some stuff in Zanzibar.
Okay, nice. For all the Hawaii people, I'm sure they all know.
Maze Waikiki. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
you're dating me, bro.
No, I'm not.
I just know now.
Bruh, I know Zanzibar. Okay, cool. So, boom, I guess you're just catching some cracks, just doing your thing, bro, right? Yeah. Digging. And then what next, bro? How'd you spring onto the computer, or you're at the coffee or the vapor shop, the coffee shop, though. Yeah. And then what happened after that, bro?
So, for me, like, I tried lots of things, right? I tried lots of things as an entrepreneur, and what I felt like I wanted was something that, and I'm not saying that this is the right path, right? Okay. I'm just saying that this is path that I found. What I wanted was something that was scalable, so that I could.
Can you explain that? Explain that to these guys. What is scalable?
So scalability refers to the ability for a business to grow.
Okay.
To put it as simply as I can put it, right?
Yeah.
So, as an example, if I sell one-to-one coaching, right, which people do, that's a great business. If I sell one-to-one coaching, at some point I'm capped because I only got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Right? And so I can only sell so many hours. Okay? But if I sell a digital course, okay, or let's say I sell a physical product online,
okay,
and I can produce them pretty rapidly. Maybe I can sell up to 1,000 a day before my operational cash flow diminishes, and I'm basically maxed out.
Yeah, you can't.
Then you can sell digital products, and you sell digital products, and so if 1,000 people go to my we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
1,000 people go to my website today and buy one of my products. It doesn't change anything for my team, right?
Right.
So every business model will have different degrees of scalability, but I wanted something that could scale pretty well. The biggest thing for me was I wanted something that I could do from home and really from anywhere in the world. Right?
Absolutely.
So today I live in Vegas, but I've traveled all over the place doing what I do, and so I have the flexibility. Like I'm here in Hawaii for a month, right? People dream about coming to Hawaii for a week,
right?
But I'm here for a month. I'm still running my company.
Everything's still good, right? Yeah, right. Okay, guys, check that out. Research that, guys. That's what you guys all I think gotta know about there too. Okay, cool. So sorry, bro, we went off track there. So tell me a little bit, bro, how you got into it. Like you wanted to get scalable, right?
Yeah.
You're looking for scalability, and digitally, right? You can sell a million of anything digitally, and everything should be okay. Unless you can't process cards and stuff, but right. So
it has a cap. It's just a much bigger cap than most other models. But how I got into that is like I said, I was just looking for something that was scalable. I was looking for something I could do from anywhere in the world. And when I started to learn about online marketing, I got excited really quick because as a business owner and all of my other little ventures that I tried out, getting customers was tough, right? When I did nightclub promotions, we'd stand out in Waikiki and hand out flyers for hours and hours and hours on end.
Yeah.
And maybe get 10 people to show up at the event, right?
Oh man, okay.
We'd buy radio ads for $2,000 a week or whatever, and maybe 50 people show up. So overall, we lost money on the radio ad.
I got you.
So getting customers, I knew was that's the thing that most businesses struggle with. If I could master that, if I could master the art, the skill of sales and marketing, I would master one of the most profitable skills in the world, right? And really, that's what dictates what we earn in life is what skill are we bringing to the marketplace. That's it, right? You just master.
Guys. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. No, because it's like so simple. You made it.
It is very simple.
That's so simple.
Really
like everyone's worried about X, Y, Z, but
the skill that you master in the marketplace and the value of that skill in the marketplace, that's what will ultimately determine your income, right? So sales and marketing are some of the highest paid skills in the world. So I knew that if I learned those and I studied that, then I would be able to write myself a check for the rest of my life. Right? That nobody could take away from me what I had learned. Right? Because it's not about how much money we make. It's about who we become in character and mind along the road to making money.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's can't be taken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I knew that I wanted to learn sales and marketing, dug in. I started out as an affiliate marketer, meaning that I sold other people's products. So if you have a product for sale and you want customers, and I know how to get customers because I know online advertising, and I know that for every $10 in online advertising, I can generate you a customer and you'll pay me, say your product's $500 and you'll pay me $100. So I'll spend 10 to get you a customer, you'll make 500, you'll pay me 100. So I'll spend 10, you'll make 5, I'll make 100, right?
Wow.
And that's
simple. And just the machine right there.
And just dial in the machine, build an email list over time. Having an email list that's interested in a particular interest is powerful because then I can just email that list offers, right? which I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I started out as an affiliate marketer, and then in 2016 or 2015, a friend of mine and I were chatting. We were up in Canada, hanging out on a ski resort, and we decided that we wanted to transition into selling our own products.
At that point, Keala, before you made that jump, okay, because I'm sure there's some people out there that are, you know, maybe at that tipping point of like, hey, I want to go big. What gave you the confidence to know that it was time, you know, to go bigger? Or were you even confident, bro? You know what I'm saying? Where were you? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So, all right, let's go there. So,
sorry, bro.
When my friend and I started having the conversation, we were talking about it, and I remember asking him at some point, I was like, you think maybe we could make like $1 million if we launch this thing? You know, I mean, we're doing multi six figures a year, right? But hey, you think maybe we could make $1 million when we launch this thing? And he was like, oh yeah, we can do a lot more than that. And then, so that should give you an idea like where my confidence level was. Could we maybe, if we worked really hard, maybe?
Yeah. I got you.
And you know, about a year and a half later, we were doing more than that every month, right?
Gosh.
So, I wouldn't say that I was like I had a ton of confidence that I was gonna go out and do, you know, build a multi 8-figure business or anything. But I did have the confidence to put myself out there and take the step, right? You know, what I mean, there's a
that leap, bro. Is that
that leap, you know, to be willing to jump off the edge and build your wings on the way down. You know, and that's not by accident though. And this is the part where, like, you know, some people might be watching, they're gonna call me crazy.
I'm sure they might be saying that already with a lot of money. Can you think we can do $1 million, bro? I mean, you guys are a year and a half later, you're doing that a month. What the heck, dude?
So when it comes to confidence though, like, so in 2009, 2010, I really got into like personal development. And so even today, I still spend a good portion of my day, every day, starting out working on myself.
Wow.
So I started out with affirmations. I still have affirmations today. So something that I'm telling myself every single day about myself that is untrue today, but is the person that I'm working on becoming tomorrow. And so as an example, when at my last job, while I was in a coffee shop, before that, even when I was at a restaurant, I was working at Morimoto's Waikiki.
Oh, okay.
When it was back at the Modern before.
Okay.
But I would walk around every night telling myself, I'm a multi-millionaire internet marketer. I'm a millionaire internet marketer. I'm a millionaire internet marketer. I was just saying that stuff to myself every single day. I'm a millionaire internet marketer. Millionaire internet marketer. And I had no evidence to support that. There was nothing going on in my life
that
even
showed
that was even ever going to become a reality, right? Friends, family members didn't necessarily believe in me. I remember one night I was sitting downstairs, we were splitting up the tips one night after work at the restaurant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had a manager there, and she was like, Cal, what were you doing before this? And on my resume, I put down digital marketing. Because I'd been unemployed for like a year, and they don't like that.
Yeah, you gotta put something on
there. I was like, I was working from home, duh. But anyway, so she was like, what were you doing before this? And I was like, oh, digital marketing. And she goes, oh, what does that mean? And I was like, well, I was, selling stuff online or whatever. She was like, well, obviously that didn't work, or you wouldn't be here. And she started laughing with the other manager, right? And instantly in my head, I'm like, I'm a millionaire internet marketer. I'm a millionaire internet marketer. Like, I'm not gonna let the voices on the outside tell me who I am on the inside, right? So I have a mentor that likes to say that when our voices on the inside are clearer and louder than the voices on the outside, then we begin to master our life.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So I spent a lot of time working on believing and building the person that I've become today. I didn't start out this way. I wasn't born this way. I wasn't raised in a family that taught me to believe that wealth was possible, or that that I could become I didn't come from a lineage of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I didn't have a trust fund to get started, right? Or any of those quote-unquote advantages. And most of my life, if you look at the people around me in my life, if I were following the examples that are set around me, which was what most people do, most people will become a product of their environment. right? Until they choose to build that product, rebuild that product from the inside out. So instead of inheriting what was around me, I became responsible for what I believed about myself and built my character from the inside out.
Wow.
That's why I had, when the time came, I was ready to step out and go and do it in a big way, right? And I think luck is I personally don't believe in luck. I think luck is a word that we use to describe something that we don't know how to explain, right?
Yeah.
But luck, here's what I know though. The harder you work at something, the more diligent you are, the more work you put into it, the more effort, the more commitment, the more drive, the more confidence, the more lucky you get.
That's
right. So luck is the opportunity, is the juncture of the right person and the right opportunity. And well, the truth is, most people have opportunities passing them by every single day.
They're not open. They're not looking, huh?
They're not the right person to spot those opportunities or to capitalize on them.
I see.
Right. So those opportunities will pass on to somebody else.
Wow, guys.
There is no shortage of opportunity, right? There's a shortage of opportunity takers.
Yeah.
There's lots of opportunity seekers, but there's very few that will actually take the risk, right?
Do it.
And it's a risk, and I get it. Like for most people, it is a big risk. You know, there's a great saying, it's one of my favorites. It says that if you want to find new lands, you have to first lose sight of the shore.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So, which means that to a degree, if we want to go out and create something new that we've never done before, we have to be willing to give up everything that we have today. Right? And I think that's one of the few things, one of the things that I had to my advantage is I was willing to let go of everything that I had at the time. Right? Which I don't blame most people, that most people might have a tough time with that.
Do it, you know?
Yeah. But here's what I found is like the people that are willing to do that, like really how bad's it gonna be, Kaylee, right? Like how bad's it gonna be? Like let's say you go out and you just start swinging for the fences and you're gonna go as hard as you can possibly go, okay? Let's just go to like the worst possible place that can land you, okay? So let's say you lose the house, you lose the car, you lose your career. Where's this gonna happen? Let's say maybe you end up sleeping in a car near the beach, showering in a public shower, bro.
Okay.
Eating fruits off of people's trees. Are you gonna die?
I'm not gonna die, bro.
You're gonna live.
I'm gonna live.
Fuck. So as long as you're breathing, there's you can keep going, right? So one of the things that I'll do with every now and then, like I'll get together with like small little mastermind groups, and there'll be people that are facing certain challenges in their business, and I'll talk to them about like, well, let's just go to the place of failure. Let's just go there instead of being worried about failing. Let's just
get to where it's gonna happen. Where you think it's gonna happen.
Let's just accept it. Woo. Let's just go there and pretend that the worst possible thing has now happened.
Wow.
Oh, what does that mean for you? Oh well, I'm living with my in-laws. My kids are probably out of private school now. They're going to private school. We lost the home. We lost the car. Okay, so what does that feel like? And just let them go to that place and realize, like, listen, you didn't die.
Yeah.
You're okay.
It's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
Bruh. So, is it uncomfortable? Yeah, but I think a lot of times people make up the stories about how bad it could possibly